What is going on, Giants fans? And I'm back at it with another New York Giants video. And I'm going to talk about free agency for the New York Giants, talk about the first day of free agency, if you want to call it that, and recap it, talk about what down in the NFL, talk about the moves the Giants have made, and also want to talk about Dalvin Tomlinson signing with the Minnesota Vikings. And I'm going to talk about all that in this video. So if you guys are a Giants fan, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I really would appreciate it. I talk about football a lot on the channel. I also talk a lot of baseball. I talk basketball, specifically Yankees baseball and Knicks basketball. So if you are a fan of those teams, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I really would appreciate it. And also subscribe to my second channel, All Things Baseball. I'll leave the link to that channel down in the description below. It's pretty much just a baseball channel. I post on there, not frequently, but I post on there here and then. So if you guys are a baseball fan, be sure to subscribe to that channel as well. I always want to, I always want to shout out that channel as much as I can because I think I only have like 4 or 5 subscribers on that channel, so I want to grow that channel as well. So if you guys have not subscribed to the All Things Baseball channel, please do please do so because I'm gonna post a lot more on that channel when baseball season is finally underway. But anyway, let's get into the main topic of this video, and that is obviously there's multiple main topics, but let's talk about the moves the Giants have made so far throughout free agency. And the Giants have made a move for a backup running back, and that is Devontae Booker. He spent last year with the Las Vegas Raiders, and I don't really know his stats. I haven't really paid attention to his stats because I don't really watch Raiders football, but he's a solid backup running back, and this probably is the end for Wayne Gallman. And I thought Wayne Gallman had a really good year last year, and a lot of Giants fans are probably upset that the Giants are why are they signing Devontae Booker instead of having Wayne Gallman as the backup. Well, Wayne Gallman, again, he had a solid year last year, but let's admit, Saquon Barkley is just a much more dynamic football player, and as much as I really did, I did enjoy watching Wayne Gallman play, he's still not the greatest of running backs, and it was still, a very small sample size, so, I really do hope Wayne Train has the Wayne Train, I love that nickname from him. I really do hope Wayne Gallman has a solid rest of his career, but he will not be with the Giants next season, so, good luck wherever you go, but, the Giants have signed Devontae Booker. I think this is a nice bet. I think this is a nice depth piece. I think this kind of reminds me of the Dion Lewis signing from last year. He's going to be a backup running back. That's how to describe this signing. He's going to be a backup running back for the Giants, and let's hope Saquon Barkley doesn't get injured because I really don't want to see this guy as the starter because then letting Wayne Gallman walk, then the signing would look kind of stupid. But for now, I think it's a pretty solid signing. It's a good depth piece, and that's my thoughts on it. So let's move on to the second signing the Giants have made, and that is they have brought back defensive tackle Austin Johnson. Now, Johnson hasn't played a lot in the NFL with the Giants, but I like this as a depth piece. I really don't see Austin Johnson starting for the Giants. I really do think the Giants are going to bring back Leonard Williams, and then Leonard Williams will fill in for Austin Johnson. Then I think the Giants will probably go out and make another move, maybe go out and sign a guy like Hassan Reddick. He's not going to cost a lot, and I actually really do hope the Giants go out and sign a guy like Reddick. And when Reddick played against the Giants, he had a really good game. I think he had a career game against the Giants when Reddick played for the Cardinals, of course. I really hope the Giants do go out and sign him. He's not going to cost a lot, so I think the Giants should be all over Hassan Reddick. But anyway, the Giants have signed Austin Johnson. I really don't see Austin Johnson as a starter either. I think he's going to be a depth piece for the New York Giants at the defensive lineman position. I can't say I hate the signing. I can't say I like it. Even though it's kind of a boring day for the Giants, they really didn't make a big splash in free agency, but I think they did make some decent moves regarding depth, filling in holes on the New York Giants. I think they made some nice depth moves to the team. So I want to know your thoughts on the signings down in the comments below. I know a lot of people are going to rant on Dave Gettleman, talking about, why hasn't he or signed Leonard Williams yet? Why hasn't he signed Kenny Golladay yet? Be patient, Giants fans. Free agency just started. It's only one day, and I get Dalvin Tomlinson signed with another team. He was a great player for us, and it definitely hurts seeing him play for another team. But, if we're going to bring back Leonard Williams, I don't really think we have the cap space to sign Dalvin Tomlinson and Leonard Williams. So I really don't think, if we're going to bring back Leo Williams, we're not going to sign Dalvin Tomlinson. So I'm not really surprised that he's gone elsewhere. But I'm a fan of the Austin Johnson signing. It's a depth piece. He's back with the New York Giants. I think it's a 1-year deal. I'm not too sure. I think it's either 1 year or 2 years. I'm not too sure, but I haven't really looked into the details. But Austin Johnson is back with the New York Giants as a depth piece. So let's get into the Dalvin Tomlinson signing. So he has signed with the Minnesota Vikings, and I kind of already said my thoughts on it. The Giants would not have been able to re-sign him if they're going to bring back Leonard Williams, which it looks like they are going to do. So I'm not surprised that he's gone, and I really do hope that Dalvin Tomlinson has a really good career with the Vikings. He's a good ball player, and he deserves the money he got. So, hats off to Dalvin Tomlinson. Had a really good career with the Giants, and I hope he finds success with the Vikings. So anyway, let's get into let's talk about Kenny Golladay. So Kenny Golladay met with the Giants today. He met with the Giants. He talked with them, and Kenny Golladay he's definitely the best free agent on the market right now. There's a lot of good receivers out there. There's guys like Juju Smith-Schuster, who's probably not going to return to the Steelers. You had Corey Davis, who actually did sign with the Jets today, so he's off the board. But you also have what's the other receiver? I don't remember his name, but Kenny Golladay, in my opinion, is probably the best free agent on the market right now, or if you want to count Deshaun Watson, but he's probably going to hold out with the Texans. But Kenny Golladay is probably the best free agent on the market, and he is a dynamic wide receiver. I think the Giants should bring him in. Now, I know I said in my video that I made a week ago talking about Kenny Golladay, the trade rumors and all that. I talked about how I'd rather get a receiver in the draft, but this guy is 6'4". He led the league in touchdowns for the Lions 2 years ago. I get he has injury history. I get that. But we already have a receiver that has injury history in Sterling Shepard. And all Giants fans love Sterling Shepard. We got to bring in this guy. He's one of the better receivers in the NFL, and we can finally give Daniel Jones a weapon. With Kenny Golladay, we have Saquon Barkley, an improved offensive line, a good head coach in Joe Judge, and we also have, a pretty solid, two other receivers with Darius Slayton and Sterling Shepard. I think we should bring in Kenny Golladay. Now, I know there's probably better fits for him. Now, a team like the Colts could fit better for Kenny Golladay. Obviously, going to pair up with Carson Wentz. The Jaguars, they're a pretty good fit for Kenny Golladay. They're also probably one of the other teams that are the front runners for Kenny Golladay. Obviously, you want to pair him up with Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is probably going to be a generational talent. He's probably going to be one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL when he comes up to the league. So, Jacksonville could be a good fit for Lawrence, but I think the Giants should sign this guy. And I consider the Giants as a front runner for Kenny Golladay. I think they should sign this guy. I want to know your thoughts on Kenny Golladay down in the comments below. Now, I'd love Jalen Waddle. I'd love Kyle Pitts. I'd love Devontae Smith. He's the Heisman winner. I'd love Devontae Smith on the Giants. But we don't know what those players are going to be. We know what Kenny Golladay is. And he is a tall, dynamic receiver. I think the Giants should sign this guy. I really do. So that's going to do it for this video. I want to know your thoughts on the possible Kenny Golladay signing and Dalvin Tomlinson going to the Vikings, as well as the Giants signing Devontae Booker and Austin Johnson down in the comments below. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you guys next time. Go Giants.